And we turn next to Amna Nawaz and Lisa Desjardins for a closer look at the map and some of the most important data points we have been watching. To you, Amna.
Thanks, Judy. We want to try to bring together everything you've been hearing from some of those reporters in the field into one place so you can easily see it. Check this out. Here's a look at the latest electoral count. You'll see Vice President Biden with 264, President Trump with 214, but still a few key states as yet uncalled. Of course, Nevada, you see Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. Let's take a closer look at Pennsylvania first. Lisa, 20 electoral votes there up for grabs. We heard Dan Bush reporting earlier, razor thin margins right now. Take a look at this, 98% of the expected vote in so far, and just less than 1 percentage point, I believe, separates them at this moment. But Lisa, if there's a clue about where this is going, where is it?
Well, I think a lot of America woke up this morning and saw Joe Biden had overcome President Trump here. And one reason why is Philadelphia, where Dan Bush is. That's also where he said they are counting more ballots. The other place they're still counting ballots on over near you, Pittsburgh, Allegheny County, right 36,000 ballots left. And just in the last hour or so, they've indicated that could take them another day in Allegheny County. But where did this come from? How did Joe Biden make up the gap? Let's look up top at Erie County. Point up there. That's right there on Lake Erie. Look at that. That's where Joe Biden is leading almost exactly by his statewide percentage. This is a county Donald Trump won. We're talking Rust Belt, white working class, and it is something that Joe Biden won over, perhaps in thanks to his Pennsylvania roots and his message to white working class.
Let's take a look at another state. What do you say? Georgia. Yeah. As yet uncalled. We heard Miles O'Brien reporting from Gwinnett County there earlier. Lisa, if Vice President Biden, who now has a narrow lead, manages to pull it off, the first Democrat to carry the state since 1992,
if you look at a map of Georgia, you can see what's happening there is similar to what's happening in Pennsylvania. And we want to talk specifically about what put Vice President Biden over the top in this state as well. Again, incredibly narrow margin, about 1,500 votes right now, a squeaker in Georgia. We don't know where we'll end. But look up there right around Athens. I want to then bring up the numbers for one county, Clayton County. It is so small, you really almost can't see it. It's right in here. Clayton County is the second, there it is. That is the third smallest county in the state of Georgia, but it put Joe Biden over the top with that percentage. This is where Congressman John Lewis represented. It is a majority black county, and that percentage and the black turnout in that county helped put Vice President Biden over the top in Georgia today.
And Georgia, of course, home to those two Senate races, which we know the Senate balance of power is still very much in question. If we take a look at where that stands right now, Lisa, what does that show us? I think that's coming up in just a moment, and we should
going into the fourth quarter on this. Well, here we're going to go. Yeah, the balance of power in the Senate still tied, but we also want to talk about what's going on in the House. So we're talking about the Democrats having unexpected losses in the House. I want to break down a couple of incumbents who will not be coming back, why they may have lost. This is Iowa's first district. We're talking about the northeast corner of Iowa, Dubuque, Cedar Rapids. Ashley Hinson, the Republican, has won. She's a TV anchor, state representative, over Abby Finkenauer, who was the second youngest woman ever elected to Congress. She generally votes moderate, but she was tagged as being a radical, part of radical Democrats, tagged with this idea that she also didn't support police enough because she supported police reform. She will not be returning. Let's look at another one, Florida. Carlos Jimenez in Florida 26. We're talking about Miami-Dade County. He had a big advantage. He's the mayor of Miami-Dade. But we see here this margin with Debbie Mucarsel-Powell. This is about the turnout of Hispanic votes and what Republicans feel sure is a backlash against the idea that Democrats may be moving in too much of a socialist direction. And let's look at one more that is still pending. This is Ben McAdams' race in Utah, the Democrat, right now outpaced just barely by Burgess Owen, who is a former NFL player. We're going to be watching this closely. And if you look at the House right now, Democrats within the full 217, 218 that they need to run the House, but they'll be down by less than they have now.
And maybe a couple more dozen races to call, I believe?
There are a couple more dozen races. We'll know the margin for the House. New York's going to take a long time to come in, but Democrats know they're going to be close on their margin in ruling the House.
A lot to keep track of. No one does it better than Lisa Desjardins. Thank you.